Hey, what's up, Brady? This may turn into just being a lab unless Ferran shows up. I don't know. I haven't really. Let's see. What's all I have to do? Yo, Brady, can you hear me? It's because I got you muted. I don't know what. It had you muted for some reason. I was dumb.
Well, I'm pretty much ready when you are.
Okay, cool. I was supposed to have a league game. I'll join this league just to fuck around. And I was supposed to have a league game, but he never showed up. So I don't know. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I just put together a book today. I'm sending that right now.
All right. Using basically the same book I used in SSL, but I added a little bit to it, and I haven't really had a chance to use it since then.
Oh, okay, cool.
So how are we gonna do team selection for 19?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about that too much. Just have to come up with something.
I really want. I want the Browns. Just saying.
You want the Browns?
Yeah. Well, because they're gonna have the most cap space, and I'm pretty sure they got a bunch of draft picks again.
Sorry, it's taking me forever to send you an invite because I'm looking for your name, scrolling through all these damn menus of friends online.
I don't know if I want to be the Vikings in Madden anymore, just because I'm so much of like a hometown fan that I don't really like
Trade
want
anyone?
to. Yeah, and like in that SS that the off season before this one in SSL, I had all those. I had like 14 draft picks because I did a bunch of trading and it was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, and I got some good dudes. Like if we would have had a couple more seasons, I. Oh, time.
For some reason it wouldn't work. Okay. Maybe I want to be. Guess I'll just be the team that I'm.
I'm gonna wear all white. I
Alright.
have that option. Nope.
They should have it. It should be the color rush. I think the Saints color rush is all white.
There we go. Perfect.
Ron just came on. Alright. That is fully invite. Let's see, let's see. Damn.
So what'd you do all weekend?
Had some family stuff. Had went to the lake yesterday, or last night, and then nothing really. Just hung out, man. I had to go get stitches this past week because my dog bit me in the face, so I've just been chilling, honestly.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Were you guys playing and like was it an accident or did your dog like legit come after you?
No, he just, I was telling him good night and he just bit me in the face. It was wild.
Straight ahead, it's a matchup of the former Charger quarterback and the current Charger QB. Two of the
Trying to
very
turn up the
best
game
around.
volume so I can hear you
Here's
more.
Drew
There we
Brees
go.
matching up with Phillip Rivers.
Okay, Larry, we are about 11 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current home of the Chargers, and that's the StubHub Center in Carson. The scene a moment ago, unlike any other in the NFL for a lot of years. The crowd here in Carson might be half the size of a normal
What's up, Ron?
NFL stadium, but they are twice as loud as their Chargers get set to
Do you have the
face
link
off
to your
with
game?
the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah. I do. I posted it to the wall, but I'll post it to the chat too. Here in a second.
Alright, let me see. No, that's cool. I can find it on the wall.
Okay. Trying to get it. I got us up to.
What league is this?
Oh, this is just me and Brady Lab, and I was supposed to have a league game, but he never showed up. So
Oh, okay.
this is just me and Brady.
What's up, Brady?
Not much.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Man open left side, it's Williams.
He said focused.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
So what'd you think about the early Madden
really gain stature in the NFL because
so
they can
far?
do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like
Brady,
a
what'd you?
wide receiver.
Yeah, it was.
They have that kind of courage
Brady,
and
what'd you
toughness
think
to
about
run routes
all
in the
the
middle of the
new
field,
Madden stuff?
become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks.
I think it
Those
looks.
guys are worth their weight
I
in
mean,
gold.
it always looks good. We'll see what it's like when we actually get it. But
Oh, nice pick. Is that Lattimore? Nice start.
sorry, I got distracted. But it always looks good. But I mean, what I thought looked cool was that thing that TM posted with showing if your guys fit your scheme and stuff. That'll be kind of neat.
Yeah, that's kind of the direction we were trying to go in as a league anyways, like making sure your personnel fits what you're trying to do. But I don't know how it's going to be implemented. I feel like
that's what I mean.
Here's all I was thinking about that is like I think on defense that's somewhat valuable, but I'm wondering how they do it on offense because even if we have like an identity, it may not be like one of the set ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like West Coast. I don't know. What are the ones that are normally there? Like
vertical offense.
Vertical. Yeah. So they would need to expand it.
You could, I think you could at least base it around one of those. You know what I mean? Like, cause anything you can think of is kind of gonna be based off one of those at least.
Yeah.
I mean, there are exceptions, but
like yours, for
like
example,
I would do
that in like the outside zone scheme. You know what I'm saying? Like a zone running scheme, and maybe a vertical passing scheme.
Yeah, that's what I would. That's what I
guess
have mine
mine
set as already. Is vertical offense or whatever.
I think mine, if you had to paint it with that broad of a brush, would be like maybe like a West Coast type, but an outside zone. But
Yeah.
we'll see how it works. I don't know how the position fits are gonna work.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was
I mean, we
curious
just don't
about.
know how it's gonna look until it comes out. But I'm just saying, like, it just sounds like. So, like, my only concern was like, if you're like, the benefit is you have to draft like a slot corner or a slot receiver, right? So, let's say you draft like let's say you pick up like a slower guy, um, with good route running, maybe his blocking is good, maybe his awareness is high. That doesn't mean that he's gonna play the slot better than Julio Jones, right? I mean, so I'm just wondering how they make that balance out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I
See what I'm
think there's
saying? Like,
there's
it's
gonna be
hard.
exceptions, but that's true. Maybe I see. They said there's no like, um, they don't get hit with any penalty for like not being a part of that or whatever, or not fitting that scheme.
So get a boost for being a part of it.
But you get a boost, right? So it's just gonna encourage people to try to get that boost. You know what I mean? Like you putting Julio anywhere, Antonio Brown or any of those guys. I mean, of course that's always going to be the exception to the rule, but like having like a Taylor Gabriel or someone like that, he's going to get boosted from playing the slot. You know what I mean? So I think that's
What I
where
was thinking
that may
about
come
is
in.
I don't think the game is built to really give people boosts for playing a certain position, right? So like, if you said that a slot corner had to have like exceptional agility and then like exceptional, like, I don't know, I mean, coverage is coverage at the end of the day, but I guess that is a specialized skill set. But if you
Yeah.
said that, that's already built into the skill set that they have. So I want to see how it actually looks.
Yeah, I feel you.
So I could think that they would give you would be like an overall or boost, and then so like Julian Edelman, not Julian, maybe like a Danny Amendola, he may go up like 3 points overall and maybe some awareness points from playing inside versus outside.
Yeah.
So aside from that, I don't know how it's going to work.
I think it's probably what will happen. Their route running may go up a couple. It's like getting a confidence boost now. It's like how the confidence system works, where certain attributes go up after you get over a threshold. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's going to be something like that.
Let's just be honest. Everyone in our league is going to buy the game regardless, right? So, what would actually make you excited about the game from what you've heard so far?
Excited about the game?
Because I know you, Cody, and I know you, and a lot of, and actually not a lot, but a few people are just waiting to see the playbooks.
Yeah, I mean,
that's like a big part of what we play the game for.
Yeah, the most exciting part for me was people not being in control of where their XP goes anymore. So it's just gonna go where it's gonna go based on your scheme and based on production instead of and based on production instead of like just boosting stuff that you know that's gonna break the game. You know what I mean? Like once you get your player over 91 block shed, he's gonna be able to get off every block, or you know what I'm saying? Like you won't be able to pinpoint and do that anymore because you don't have control over it.
So let's say you have a slot corner who's like the prototypical slot corner, whatever that is to Madden, right?
Yeah.
Which that isn't even a prototypical thing to me in real life. I mean, you might have someone shadow someone, but what does that look like with XP?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm curious about. Like, so you can't, if they don't fit the scheme, they don't get XP. You can't control it regardless.
I think if they don't fit the scheme, they get XP. It's just it's not gonna go where you want it to go. It's gonna go based on their player type. It's gonna go like to whatever type of player they are. If they're a tight end, if they're a vertical threat, it's gonna go towards things that are gonna make him a better vertical threat, and not necessarily what you want it to go towards. Like you can't turn a player into like a Bo Jackson all around good at everything anymore. Like he's gonna have his, unless it's a superstar, he's gonna have his niche, like what he's good at. You know what I mean? So like you won't be able to
Yeah, but
increase people's
that still has to
speed
be
and
tapered too, right? So like, let's say you have a receiving tight end, and his route running comes in as a rookie at like 82, and that's all that the XP goes towards.
yeah.
I don't care what the XP goes towards. I just want it to be at a moderate level. That's it. Because if that means that he's going to be a 99 route runner after
Played that
2
well.
Seasons,
Yeah.
and not a good run blocker, I don't care.
True. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably
Yeah,
what
I
it's
like
gonna mean. Like if you scout him and he's a speed type receiver or something like that, then you're not gonna be able to increase like spec catch and all that other stuff, or you know, whatever I don't know what the attributes are gonna be, what categories are gonna fall under, but you know what I'm saying. Like you're not gonna be able to increase his strength or his stiff arm or anything like that, because he's not gonna be a physical type receiver. He's gonna be a just a shifty speed guy. Is what I'm guessing. Guessing that they're doing. Because I mean, we talked about that before. That's always been an issue. Like you could totally change how a player, like give him new talents. You know what I mean? Like in real life, like once you come out of the combine, like you're pretty much like you're gonna develop, but you're not gonna get faster. You're not gonna get taller. You're not gonna get stronger necessarily. You know what I mean? Like not to the extent you can make them do on Madden now with like once you get that
But I
that
will say
130,000
that.
XP at the end of each season, you can do whatever the hell you want to with them. You can turn them into.
But I will say the last XP, it was way better than before, because all the stuff that was cheap was, you could argue, was teachable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't see too many people upgrading speed and agility and all that stuff, or strength. It was more so, you know, some of the quote-unquote teachable stuff, but that's subjective too.
Yeah.
I just think they gave too much. Even when we lowered the XP and people were complaining, it was just still too much. It's never enough if you're trying to upgrade your team.
I mean, that's for the type of people that just play Madden to build a roster. There are people out there that that's all they like to do. Like they don't really care about the football aspect of it. They just like building rosters. You know what I mean? So I mean, I guess that's for them.
That might be like a third of the league sometimes.
True. I mean,
no, because like CFM guys are CFM guys.
Yeah. I just hope it's more random. It's not going to be like how it was, where everyone knows kind of like what the thresholds are, and that's all they do is try to fix, try to get their players to those thresholds. Oh shit. And they don't care about the other attributes.
You know what's crazy?
You know what I mean?
Roger said that before, and I heard another person say that, but, you know, thresholds may not have even existed in CFM. I don't even know if that's 100% correct. I just know, like, so for the people that play Madden in, like, the lobbies, yeah, if you got someone 91 and something, I'm assuming they're going to be the best, which is silly, but I will say, like, the majority of playoff teams, like, especially my team, it had gotten carried away really quickly.
Yeah,
because like Brady, even when you left the Vikings, like the O-line was in shambles, and I got them all to 99 overalls in like a season. You know what I'm saying? Like you just shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, that's always been the issue with CFM. Is like you can take a team and they'll be 99 overall by season 2, season 3, and then you're like, okay, well, there's no weakness on the roster at this point. So, like, that's part of football is matchups, and if you don't have any matchup advantages anywhere, then you're kind of screwed.
But you may have matchup advantages. They're just ridiculous ones. I mean,
yeah.
Do I want to run to like the 99 block shed side or the 91 block shed side?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's just not as much of a deviation as you want.
Damn, bro, you did that shit right to me. I don't know how. I thought I was running out for a pass right
Who's the
there.
Saints?
Brady.
That was my second read, and I was kind of hoping when I see your I can't tell from the linebacker your safety, but he kind of dropped a little. I thought for sure I could sneak it in there, but
Oh yeah, it was my safety. I was stuck on the safety right there.
The one thing I want to stay away from with like the early critiques of the game, which is why the early videos, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Like I heard Smitty was saying some players feel heavier. And I was like, heavier?
What the hell?
He was saying like, I think he was, you could just, I don't want something that was like a flaw last year to be phrased a different way this year, but it's the same shit. Like,
Yeah.
so let me get this straight. This player feels heavier this year. Maybe he's just slower than another player like he was last year. Like,
Yeah.
or like the depth chart thing. I don't want this to be like a formation sub thing to where you get like a slight awareness boost and it be viewed as groundbreaking. Like I want them to give, and I think what everybody wants, that's why I wanted to do the show just real quick, is because I wanted people to say what they want from the game, because I really don't ask much from Madden. Like if the playbooks were updated, Larry would come back. I would be all over it. Like I would take the week off when the game came out if the playbooks were updated. But if it doesn't, that like I'm just very simplistic about it.
Yeah.
I don't even care about the
I am
stuff.
too. I only really care about the plays that are in the game, how well they work.
Cody,
and
you have like 38 created playbooks. I have like 25. You can't tell me that if the game plays slightly better with great playbooks, you wouldn't be excited. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I really care about.
That's crazy, dude.
Oh, nice. Damn, safety jumped that. That was nice. I'm just labbing shit now. I put this book together today and yesterday. Just straight run and shoot shit, or not run and shoot, straight air raid stuff. That's all that's in here. I went to that air raid Facebook group page. I just went down the line and just added only the plays that were like mesh or Oh shit! Damn.
Here's the thing. I was thinking about this. I don't think I need like a whole new list of plays per se. I just need like the bubble screen to hit when it needs to hit. You know what I'm saying? Like I need, when I have hats and I earn hats, I need that to work. That's really all that I need. 'Cause there's not that many plays in the world anyway.
Yeah.
And like you said, RPOs I don't think they'll ever be in Madden. Ever.
I don't think it'll be this year.
The only thing I hope for Madden 19 is that like they improve the blocking, because like I don't know if you've ever noticed, but when you like run a play outside, sometimes your tackle will come running along and just totally miss a guy and go for the next dude and you get smoked.
I mean, that's with fullbacks and pulling guards. I think blocking in space is kind of flawed to me, but...
And that was supposed to be one of the upgrades of Madden 18 was the blocking system. But
well, because like there's some of the blocks just seem like they don't seem real logical. Like, why would you miss that guy? Kind of thing.
Yeah. They definitely have to add more logic to the blocking. That was supposed to be one of the major overhauls / upgrades for 18 though, was the blocking was supposed to be better.
Even, from what I understand, last year when they went to EA Play, the game was like really, really dope and tough to play, and the zones were crisp, and they dumbed it down based on the feedback. And Smitty said that they're starting to do that already with like the man coverage. So even if let's say some part of the game just happens to be actually effective, it gets scaled back at a certain point, which is, I think that's always the big concern. So like what you're saying, Brady, about like, let's say the run blocking was good, right? So where you had hats, you had 3/2, and
oh my god,
I'm sorry, you had 2 people over 3 wides, and you ran a sweep. You had a good right tackle, and you just cleaned house to the end zone, people would complain about that.
Yeah.
So that's the shitty part.
Yeah.
It's actually not a
Well,
bad.
yeah, I mean, I get that, but I mean, when you come out in like single back ace and you go, outside with it, and your right tackle and he slides off the block and he misses that first defender when it's his guy, and like, and he just the AI totally misses it. It's like, come on, dude, that should be there.
Yeah.
Well, the hard part is like the only runs that really work this year are zone runs. Well, some of the powers were okay, but
Yeah, strategically.
I feel like what was missed a lot of time were like the man-on-man blocking schemes, to where it makes it really simple. Like the ISO used to be really good. Remember that, Cody? We would run like strong slot and weak slot ISO.
Oh yeah.
And those were like good runs versus a lot of the looks you would get when people are lined up fucked up. But those are dead this year to me.
Yeah, they are.
You almost have to run outside of the intended gap.
Yeah.
And you run everything like a zone run at that point. It just looks bad.
Oh, geez.
Hey, the chart. Hey, what did they make Casey Hayward on the Chargers? That dude went crazy.
I think he's like 90 something overall.
I think he should be like probably like 93 zone or something.
Yeah, he's high. He's not very fast though. Oh my god, dude, this lag's terrible.
I don't have any lag.
I'm doing a lot right now. I'm streaming. I'm hosting a party. I think I'm streaming in 720 or something.
Let me see if can B-Dot get on real quick?
I don't know if he's got a mic. That fool never has a mic.
You're right. True story. He said his mic got toe up.
Is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints coming out now to take the field.
I mean, with the reset, I think I hope that people join, but I mean, to me,
It's about to be full.
That's good.
I've been working, trying to get it full. It'll be full for sure by tomorrow. I got it up to like, I think we got 25 right now or something like that. 20.
Dope.
26. So I should finish it up. We just had a lot of regulars. We had a lot of regulars just give it up till Madden 19, like Fern and TM and TB.
I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
It's got to be
Yeah,
Benjamin.
your quarterback hit a lot that way too.
Oof, filthy. Damn.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21.
Oh wow, you're pretty far behind then, huh? You just saw the touchdown?
Yeah. It paused.
Oh, maybe you have to get live.
If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Let's see here. Yeah, we got 25 right now, but there's a couple guys that are supposed to be joining. One in the morning and like one at some point. So we should be like 28 right now, honestly.
You can tell somebody really subjective did a lot of those ratings. I mean, that's the only way to do it, but still, like, I was going through some of them. I didn't understand them.
Oh yeah, some of the.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, it does breed some excitement into the league, but.
Yeah, these are the ones from the Operation Sports. From the Operation Sports roster update or whatever that they did.
And that's what's weird is like
they fucked with a lot of shit. They kind of did what we did with the original rosters in SSL, how we went and like messed with thresholds and shit for certain things. They did that, but I would have to go look at the write-up to see exactly all they did.
Yeah, but they left certain people off. Like, so like I follow the draft real hard, and like to do a reset based off rookies, it's like you better give me more than that, bro.
Yeah.
There are some good ones that are gonna make an impact, but in the season. It's like so they left. They gave the Broncos like 12 receivers and left their 4th round pick off. I'm like, how, bro? Like practice squad guys from last year. So what they probably did was just to make it an attractive roster to download. They probably put like the superstars in first, like maybe 3 round picks, unless you had a depth issue, and then they would add like some other guys.
Yeah.
But that's time consuming, so I don't really blame them.
Yeah, and what you have to do is just because you run out of people, so you gotta start editing like really shitty players and turning them into rookies, because when you make those you only can add so many new players to a roster. So what you gotta do is
like the second year guys are rookies again.
Yeah.
It looks weird on the rosters, but
he dropped that shit. What a bum.
And brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold on.
So I looked at what I was looking at with like the zones with where the all Madden settings are.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that you can leave the flat open and not give up 15 yards, right?
Yeah.
Because that was like the all-pro issue that we always looked at. But I feel like sometimes you're getting 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And the reason why a lot of the underneath stuff is not as effective as it should be is because, like, I was watching some of the NFL replay games just to remind myself of, like, if the flat is open, what it should look like. And it doesn't have to be a huge gain or a small gain. The only difference is that on all Madden, the defense reacts quick and the offense still has the same animations from all pro. So you can't turn up field as quick.
Yeah.
And you run into the sideline a little bit too quick, and there's not a lot of field awareness.
True.
Like, I think the next Madden will have like all Madden's, a sense of all Madden zones with a bit more of the offense being able to combat it, like catching a pass and getting right upfield.
Saying like on all pros, something like that.
Yeah, or not running out of bounds on a swing every time. Or,
Yeah.
you know, it just takes forever for those guys to get upfield. So it makes it to where you can just give up the flat and just rally up for 2 or 3 yards every time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, out here running triple option with Drew Brees. Got negative 12 yards. He's like, damn, man, I ain't ran this shit since Pee Wee.
If I could get him to pitch it out quick enough, that one would have worked really well.
He's like, I'm throwing for 5,000 yards a year, and you got me out here running triple option.
He would have died in real life off that tackle, though.
Yeah, he was. That man's like 5'11" or something.
You have to understand that, like, Tom Brady and Drew Brees have not taken like a head-up tackle in like a decade.
Yeah, it's been a while. Damn, those safeties aren't playing shit.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield.
I want the safeties to step up right there. They do shit. They just watch those slants go over across the field.
And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Breeze now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second
Yeah, they said
down.
cover 4 is going to get a big overall too.
Yeah, I saw that they had palms and I posted that shit earlier that Kia was talking about.
Yeah.
Palms coverage and
Well, cover 4, the way I've seen it, most effective is is really aggressive though. Really, really aggressive. Almost to the point to where you get ran by.
yeah,
like at the safety position. You know what I'm saying? Like they're almost in the box so much that you can run a post over their head and stuff like that. But if you choose to play that way, we should have the option.
Yeah, because right now coverage 4 doesn't really do much. But
just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
They're just adding like the Saban like the man match principles or whatever to 4. I think Saban's the one that started that whole wave. Rip Lish, yeah. Oh shit, Brady, we're talking about Nick Saban.
That's cool. If they can get to if they can get to a level to where they can replicate that, that's gonna look really good, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so excited for football season to start. Like,
the Vikings are gonna be so good, bro.
Man, I've been like
all
waiting
three
for them to announce.
all 3 of us are fans of teams that are really good. I'm not used to it. I love it.
I don't know. I'm excited, but there's always that thought in the back of my head of like, God, what if it really goes to shit though? Because it's happened before.
No, yeah, I'm interested to see how Kirk Cousins.
If Dalvin Cook. Nah, man, Cousins is a baller.
I know.
If Dalvin Cook can stay healthy.
Dude, like that's gonna be huge.
Is y'all's O-line? Did y'all upgrade y'all's O-line? Because I know it was trash, right, last year.
Yeah, we drafted a guy and then we signed that one dude from the Eagles. I mean, they've got depth, but it's one of those things where you can't really say how it's going to be until you see what it looks like.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for the Vikings to announce their training camp schedule because you got to get tickets for the new facility, but it's still free. But I definitely want to go and check out training camp.
When we played the Vikings, or when I watched them play, it's like the offense doesn't really have to do too much, man.
Yeah.
The defense is really good. I think I'm just a big Kirk Cousins fan.
Yeah, I like he's a baller, dude. I like Cousins.
He's a baller to me. No bias, obviously. I think he's dope.
I was surprised.
I was hoping we would get him so much, but like I didn't want to get too excited because like there's always that chance we don't. And like the day we did, I came home from work and like told my wife about it, and she like totally didn't care, but I did.
The cost thing is the only thing, but you guys have to win one quick because that cost. Like you have to think almost like even with the Rams, we signed so many like short-term, like instant gratification guys, kind of like a Kirk Cousins. You know, eventually you have to pay all these guys.
Y'all did it on defense, right? Yeah, they said y'all went all in on defense, like just win now mentality.
Cousins is guaranteed, bruh. Like we at least got some people for that want to be in LA, maybe for a solid price, but Brady, you gotta get it quick. I'm telling you that because that kind of guaranteed money can deplete a roster quick.
Right. Well, I was reading. Well, K-Fan was talking about that one time too, and they said like one of the options with that is if like the Vikings have a good year, they could decide to restructure Cousins' deal like right away. Because he said right off the bat that Super Bowl week he basically rented a car and drove around the cities and like checked out the school system and things like that, and his family like they wouldn't mind staying here for like the long term, so there's always that. So it could get interesting to see how they try to work all the numbers. Spielman has been kind of a genius with that.
So even with that, Cody, like the Matt Ryan thing, remember years ago they were saying that was going to strangle the roster and it didn't?
Yeah.
The only way to counteract it is that you have to draft really good in the next couple of years. That's the only way to do it.
Which they've been doing.
Yeah, you may have to get rid of like a Diggs or a Thielen or somebody else. Okay, but you just have to draft really good. That's the only way to like maintain that kind of contract.
I have a feeling we're gonna lose Barr. I really don't see him sticking around. But
I haven't seen him make that many plays though. Maybe I just don't watch enough of y'all.
Well, the thing is, what they're saying is they kind of don't really know what to offer him because he had a good year, then he had a bad year, then he had like kind of an okay year. So You know, there's that.
You know what what's scary about the Eagles is when you get a good young quarterback and you can pay everyone else, but then they have bargain deals on like the Jordan Hickses of the world and the Nigel Bradhams who play really well but aren't making a ton of money, and then now you can just pay all the other stuff as much money as you want. It's like the Rams have a window until we have to pay Goff in a year or two where we can pay other people, but once those 2 years are up, it's back to reality with that. So you guys, this is probably gonna be your best roster that you guys are gonna formulate.
I'm still surprised that fucking Ridley fell to the Falcons, bro. I'm surprised we took him, honestly.
Well, you should, because you got to think about it, man. Like I think the way to draft, if you're paying, like, I think Matt Ryan and Julio are gonna retire as Falcons.
Yeah.
And they're arguably, I think Matt Ryan is good, but a lot of people don't. Whatever.
I like Matt. Yeah.
I like Matt, but I think Julio is the most talented receiver in the league. Whatever. But you have to draft best player available to be able to maintain that roster.
Yeah, true.
You just have to, and you guys have good players at some positions too.
And Julio probably, I mean, he's getting up there in age. He's gonna start falling off soon, and then Sanu's already up there in age. So, like,
well, I'm gonna tell you, bro,
they can be great forever.
If you have a draft like that Deion Jones draft, it's where you guys got Keanu, right? Did you get Keanu and Deion in the same draft?
Yeah, I think, pretty sure.
Yeah, so if you have a draft like that, like the Saints had last year, you can eat off that for a long time. Like the Saints draft last year,
true, yeah.
they're gonna be good because you basically got 3 to 4 starters and contributors. That's a lot for a draft.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm interested to see my boy Vic. I wonder if he's gonna have to have a good season for them to re-sign him. They picked up his.
Oh, for sure.
They picked up his 5th-year option, but he's gonna have to have a really good season.
He has to, because Tack McKinley, I think he can be okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how he played this year though, but
he played. I think better than Vic this year.
It's not good.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think?
But they had Vic. They had Vic playing outside linebacker, like, but now he's going back to DN full time. So we'll see how that goes. I don't think so. No.
4-3?
Yeah. Well, they've been a 4-3 since Dan Quinn got there, but they run like hybrid shit though.
You're right. Yeah. I got you.
They do run like hybrid shit though. Like they'll fuck around and run some. Because they had Poe last year, so he was huge as fuck. So they could pretty much do whatever they wanted. Throw him in the center, and then Grady Jarrett had a hell of a season again. So he's actually was a better pick than Vic so far, anyways.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like when you guys beat us in the playoffs, Deion Jones looked incredible. I think the defense is good enough.
Pass interference.
As currently constructed to win games. I think the offense converting in the red zone and the offense just getting points.
Yeah, which,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm interested to see if we're going to be able to keep Coleman too, because we got Freeman and Coleman. We just re-signed Freeman.
Well, I think it makes sense that you signed Ridley if you think about the dynamic that adds. Like,
yeah.
Okay, so Calvin Ridley is a different breed to me. Like, I don't care what. If there's one position that you would be like, Ron, you actually may know what you're talking about with draft stock, it would be receiver. Calvin Ridley is unbelievable. Cole, I've said that for years.
Yeah.
So I know he wasn't as high on some people's boards as what it is, and I'm not a draft scout, but I don't understand. I think if he had a major quarterback in a passing, I mean, you play for Alabama. Alabama's going to run the football, play defense, and they're going to catch you slipping on a double move. he's not going to have the numbers as these other guys.
Yeah.
Calvin
Julio
Ridley
didn't even have numbers.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley is going to be a superstar to me.
Yeah.
Julio
didn't really have numbers at Alabama.
I would anticipate you have like an offense to where it's more of a spread offense. I would just get rid of the tight ends at this point, dude. Like,
yeah, they're all trash anyways.
Almost, you know, it's crazy. It's gonna look like that Falcons offense when you had the fake Calvin Ridley.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have a spread offense with a bunch of receivers who can run out there, and you're gonna let Ryan make more throws.
I think they're still running that West Coast shit, bro. I don't think they're switching anything up. I think they're trying to go fake Shanahan still.
Yeah, but Sark is dope. I think he may need a year to adjust, bro. Let's give him a year.
Yeah. I wonder though if he's gonna change, or if they're gonna even try to change the scheme or not. Or if they're just gonna go.
But his scheme is not much different than Shanahan. I just think Shanahan is way more effective at running it. I mean, it's not night and day. They still have the same principles. You know, I just think that maybe if you add a little bit more speed out there. Now, Gabriel, oh my gosh, like, I don't know how much money he wanted, but if you could have kept him, that would have been...
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't have needed him really at that point, but there was no way to keep him. I don't think we didn't have a cap to do it.
So how much money did he get, though?
I think he got paid. He went to the Bears, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, the Bears look nice. I was looking at the Bears on the roster updates. I was like, damn, they look nice. Like, they revamped that whole defense.
Nothing. Yeah, they went from nothing to Allen Robinson, Anthony Miller, the draft pick, Gabriel, and hopefully you can get something out of Kevin White.
Oh, yeah, he's been a blast so far. He was a beast in college,
Roquan Smith. Yeah, Roquan Smith is there. Their front seven was already good. They drafted another couple big guys, too.
Be nice to see something out of, speaking of guys who've been kind of a bust, nice to see something out of Laquan Treadwell this year.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, I was about to say that earlier, bro. I thought he was going to be a beast before he got hurt. I think that knee injury may have literally knocked the life out of him.
You know, when you guys were talking about Cousins earlier, I seen when he was mic'd up at OTAs and he threw a pass to Rudolph, and he said that throwing to him was like throwing into a big white mattress.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Rudolph's solid, man. He had a good year last year. Oh, what the fuck? No, they don't really. Their O-line, like I said, their O-line's a question mark. But I think they're going to figure that out. Just getting everybody in the same room and working together.
Hope so.
Then past that, man, I mean, they're...
So, question is...
I feel like Adam Thielen,
Laquan Treadwell,
range of his hand, he'll catch
Laquan
it.
Treadwell is capable of coming, of emerging at this point.
I don't know. I think Kendall Wright's could have put the pressure on him to either do something or it's over.
I think he might get cut.
Ooh. Treadwell or
Treadwell?
Treadwell.
Possible.
I mean, you'll probably see him if you go watch the training camp if he's getting any reps or not.
Right.
Take a look at that, because I'm concerned. Because you know the thing about it is when you draft a guy that early, he's expected to be the guy, right? So once Thielen beats him out,
oh, that's so ugly.
It looks bad, but obviously now we know Thielen's really good. But
yeah, Thielen, like I said, you put it like wherever, just in the vicinity of where his hands might be, he's probably going to catch it.
They just don't need him right now.
Who's Thielen?
No, Treadwell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Thielen is baller. You see that safety not play any of that shit?
He just made plays every week. Like, I just remember every week watching the highlights and being like, God, Thielen just scores again.
Yeah, I got a Thielen jersey last year.
Yeah, and then you know what's so funny is when I used to work out with a lot of NFL receivers, I'd be like, these guys are pretty amazing, right? So when you see a guy scoring every single week, you might be like, maybe he's just getting lucky. Maybe this is just an overachieving white guy. No, that dude is nice, bruh. That shit, like, you do not make plays like that and not be super good.
Yeah, I guess.
It's impossible on that, like, on that level, it is impossible. I used to wonder, like, is this guy just getting thrown the right pass? No, that dude is just dumb nice, period. Thielen's a baller. And Diggs is a baller to me, too.
I think that's one, and that helps Thielen out a lot. Is having Diggs across from him on the other side of him, and vice versa. I'm sure. You got Diggs is nice too.
Like, you can't get lucky and get open like that. There's skill to it. Even it doesn't look as flashy as like a Chad Johnson. I get it, but like, there's something to be said about even like Julian Edelman. That dude is good. Like, strong. And it's always the white receivers. It's always the white receivers that you have to be like, well, are they really fast or are they no? Okay. One of the fastest dudes I ever met was white. So kill that shit. Do you remember Jeremy Bloom, bro? That Olympic skier that went to see you?
No, I don't, bro. I don't. I think I've heard you and someone talk about it before, but
he played receiver at CU for like 2 years, but like he took state in Colorado in the 100, and I saw him run like a low 4.3. He was like the fastest dude on our team, like my sophomore year.
jeez.
So I've seen it. I mean, maybe the odds don't stack up, but I'm saying do not count. And you know what's funny is like every time there's a big white receiver, it's Jordy. Anytime there's a 5'11" white receiver, it's Edelman.
It used to be
there's some white boy athletes out there that will dunk on your ass, bruh.
It used to be Wes Welker, but
yep, now it's somebody else. Like, same comparisons.
The Chargers getting set to go, and there are parts of their last drive they'd like to
emulate.
But I say all that to say Thielen is cold.
Yeah, he is. Nice. So are you off tomorrow? Huh?
Nah, I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday this week.
Oh, I got you.
Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Yeah, well, all around, I'm excited for next season. I'm excited to see what Case Keenum does out in Denver, and excited to see what the Rams do. See if the Eagles are real.
Man, I think
Cooper Kupp, another prime example, baller. I want to see what he does this year.
I'm excited to see what the 49ers look like.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
True story.
John Lynch might look like a genius.
That's ugly. Yeah, I'm not reading these defenses at all. I'm just talking. Yeah, the 49ers are interesting to me because they're going to, like, Garoppolo.
I'm excited to see them.
Yeah.
Under Gruden.
Oh, yeah, true. I forgot about that. And that division's that division's wide open.
I was trying to explain this to my boy the other day. The reason why the NFL is so great is because of parity. Like, so if you look at the NBA, it ended up in Vegas preseason odds. I don't care how it looked on the way there. It was Golden State and Cleveland, and Golden State was going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Houston was going to be there. Like, you could argue that the Raiders could win the Super Bowl. How crazy is that? You could argue that the Falcons could, that the Vikings could, that the Rams could. That's what
That's what I think against the NBA.
I watched a podcast where they said the Chargers could win the Super Bowl, bro.
The Chargers, that's what I was saying. That whole division is up for grabs, I think. Like the Chargers, the Raiders, the Broncos, like that whole division. Like you don't know what's going to come out of there. What team am I missing, dude? There's one team I'm missing.
I hope that Keenum has a good year out there in Denver. Dude deserves
Well,
it.
I know he will, bro, because they've surrounded him with the right supporting cast. That defense is going to be lights the fuck out.
Tarkino.
They have so many pass rushers.
Oh yeah, they
Like
just
in the
drafted
Broncos
another
Super
one.
Bowl.
It's ridiculous. Bradley Chubb, Shane Ray, Vaughn, of course. Who's the guy from
Wouldn't that be
CSU?
something?
Shaq Barrett, and then they have another guy too.
Maybe there'll be a Vikings Broncos Super Bowl. That'd be some shit.
Yeah, I don't think they'll
If I
make it that
had to
far. They'll
bet
make
right
some
now,
noise.
yeah. If I had to bet, I'm not like I feel like preseason the best two teams on paper are the Eagles. Well, the Eagles I think are the best team still because you can't win the Super Bowl without your best player who's gonna win the MVP, and then get your first round pick back and then draft again. Then you have the nerve to sign who? Michael Bennett. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's wild.
The Eagles have the best team in the NFL, so
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't
not
think
betting
about that.
against
That's
them.
wild.
They get Sidney Jones. He didn't play one down last year. Michael Bennett. They already had probably the best D line in the league. It's like they're just stockpiling at this point.
Oh, the Chiefs. That's the team I was forgetting in that division, bro. The Chiefs, bro. Who knows what Mahomes is gonna be like?
I heard he
I wouldn't
sucks.
expect anything too big in the first year. Yeah.
I heard he's been throwing a lot of picks. I mean, it's just practice. I heard he's been throwing a lot of picks, but I also heard he's been turning down like endorsement deals until he proves himself.
Well, he's got to play for a year too. Here's the scary part: is if you do you know what I discovered the other day, bros? What team does Deshaun Kaiser play for?
Oh shit, he just got traded. Fuck yeah, Packers. Yeah.
How the fuck do you get traded in your second season? How does that happen? Here's how it happens. When they say quarterbacks need to leave when it's the right time, they mean that shit, bruh. Like, dude went second round last year, and Cleveland was like, we're done with him.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah. That's wild.
Completely moved on from him. Like, I
It's
don't
so
know if I've ever seen that before.
it's so funny how the draft works too, because they hype all these like quarterbacks up, and then they get drafted early, and then they just fall off the face of the earth.
I think Mahomes, like, that's why I brought it up. That kind of scares me. Like, Kaiser is a big arm guy, and
Yeah, he's behind Rodgers, though.
Well,
and
they
that's
had to
cool.
like
But
what
still, they threw him out. You can't throw someone out there and know that they can't succeed and then get rid of them. That's kind of fucked up to me. But that's how the NFL goes.
Yeah. They had to like what they saw though to get rid of Alex Smith like that, and like they had to, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way you just get rid of.
Who's backing up Mahomes?
Bro, they're all in on Mahomes. Like Cody was saying, one of their scouts was like, this dude is a special player. Not they're making it sound like this dude is different. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Just don't be surprised because I've heard people say that before.
Another division that's gonna be wide open is gonna be the AFC South. I think. Can Blake Bortles come out and lead the Jaguars?
Dude, Jacksonville is loaded beyond belief, dude.
Yeah,
He
true.
doesn't have to do much.
But you have a healthy Watson. You have.
You don't have a healthy Watson. You have a healthy Watson and a healthy Luck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Luck. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Watt. JJ Watt.
Yeah.
Is Luck gonna be back this year or what?
Yeah, he will. For sure.
Is Luck gonna be back?
Yeah.
Shit, Andrew Luck's gonna be back week 1.
From what I've heard, yeah.
Dope.
But the
Yeah, I mean,
Texans, if they're healthy, are crazy.
Yeah.
Because Will Phillip. So what happened last year was Watt got hurt first, and then somebody else got hurt in like the second level.
Yeah.
And then Deshaun Watson just looked like a superstar for a few weeks. And Will Fuller was like leading the league in receiving touchdowns. He got hurt. And then Watson got hurt.
Yeah.
So they have a bunch of ballers coming back.
Yeah. The Titans got a good roster too from what I was looking at. They've been drafting pretty
Super
well.
good, yep.
That's what I'm saying. That division is gonna be tough, bro. Like, I don't know who the fuck's gonna win that division. That's just wide open to me right now.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots your quarterback.
So if I told you, Cody, that the Titans went on a run and went to the Super Bowl, would you be surprised?
Nope.
So that's why the
Honestly, yeah.
NFL. I just wish my boy that says that the NBA is better than the NFL would parody feelings.
Like, yeah, like look at all these divisions.
Like 12 teams, like 15 teams.
Yeah.
That could go on a run, bro.
The Packers could go on a run.
Easily.
They have a run.
They've won it before.
Yeah.
With less.
Fucking the Lions could go on a run. They still got Stafford. They putting pieces together. Like,
the Vikings were a few games away.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, the Rams were close. Seahawks have won it. Cardinals have won it.
Yeah, I think the Seahawks are gonna be in a rebuild mode. Honestly, I don't think you're gonna see them do much.
I don't either. I think
they're done for a little while.
If Shanahan didn't go to the 49ers, that would. I'm a little bit concerned with what he's trying to do over there.
Concerned for your Rams.
Yeah, because he's just so good.
Yeah, he is. I like that adjustment there. Turns it in inside cross. Mesh.
The Panthers could be okay. The Saints were already amazing.
Dude, the Panthers.
That draft last year for the Saints is like program changing.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's wild. They got so much better last year. This shit's crazy.
Kamara is a boom.
That guy won me a fantasy football championship last year, and I was thinking about drafting him again.
You might as well, bro. He's special. No, he's special, bro. Like, he makes people. Him and Todd Gurley make people miss without doing anything. They make people miss just by like redirecting and like lifting their legs up. Like, it's no hard jukes or trucks or.
Yeah.
He just. Like, Kamara makes it look easy, and you're like, he's not that good. Yeah, because he makes it look like he's not doing shit. And, like, Gurley does the same thing.
Yeah,
like, Gurley will just step through a tackle, and it'll look like it ain't shit, but it is.
Ooh,
I picked up Kamara out of free agency in, like, week 3. He was sitting there, and I grabbed him.
You know, two other sleepers, too?
And then when Cook got hurt, I picked up McKinnon right away, and that was genius.
Dude, I'm looking at these rosters like any of them could pop off. Like, the Giants could be back.
Didn't he end up out in San Fran?
Yeah. Oh, the Giants could pop off so quick, Cody.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, McKinnon's in San Fran too, and they got that other Georgia Southern. They just drafted the other Georgia Southern running back too. Both of those kids are like freaks. McKinnon and I think it's like a Keto or what was his name? The running back out of Georgia Southern. Shit, they just drafted him this year.
Yeah, McKinnon, he's one of those guys. If he gets in the open field, he's deadly.
Yeah, he is. But yeah, Ron, and then think about Alex Smith to the Skins. They got Deron Payne. They got fucking.
They got Paul Richardson too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They still got Crowder. They still got Doxson. They got P. Ryan. And so they're
gonna bank on Doxson and Richardson is a baller, dude. Like, if he stays healthy, that dude is good.
Oh shit, they got guys too from LSU, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yep.
Oh
second round.
Shit.
And he was rated maybe the first back. So like, yeah, if he does what he's supposed to do, Washington could be okay.
Oh jeez. Oh, what the fuck?
And then Philly is just I don't know. I don't even want to talk about Philly.
Yeah, Philly's nice.
That was palpable. The
What's
sidelines.
interesting though is like
No doubt
that whole
about it.
division
All those
too.
people on
I'm
the
looking at
sideline
that
getting ready to
division right
take
now. Like
position.
the
No
Cowboys.
turnover.
The
And those
Cowboys,
coaches are screaming, just hang
if they
on
can
to the
figure out
ball
their whole
here.
wide
And of
receiver
course, the quarterback
stuff.
in this situation, he's realizing
I
time is
mean, they still
becoming
got
a
that beast ass O
factor.
line.
Let's
They
see if
still
they can
got
get some
Zeke. They
points on
still
the
got
board here
Dak.
late. They're
Cody,
going to
let's
play
be real,
action
bro.
here on first down. He'll
Philly
run
is
free
gonna
Nice
win that
throw.
division.
inside the 15.
Philly is gonna win that division.
Touchdown,
It
New
comes down to wild
Orleans.
cards.
Ted Ginn,
It comes down to wild
56
cards. Like in our division,
yards. And the Saints have moved
we
out in
should
front
win it,
here in
but
the fourth quarter.
something
will
about
make this a
Frisco is
4-point
concerning me,
game.
bro. Like Garoppolo played too magical.
Yeah, you got it. And y'all, for
Garoppolo
some
had that
reason,
fairy dust on him for some reason. I don't. And they beat us, bro. They beat us with
yeah.
nobody around him. Garoppolo has something about him that just scares me.
Return on this one is the fair
Yeah.
catch is
I
signaled
seen a
for
thing
and
where
taken.
former Patriot
So
said he
out
would
come
carve up the
Chargers.
first
And
team
they're hoping to redo
defense
their
all the
efforts in the
time.
last drive when they got into the end
Yeah,
zone.
And just think of what it's like
he's
now on the sideline.
yeah.
Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the
Oh,
tape
I
and
don't
see
know.
what you
I
did on
can't
the
believe they
last
traded
drive.
him, bro.
When you
Like,
scored points,
how much more
it's a
you think you're
whole
getting out
lot
of
better
Brady?
view
Come on.
than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta pay that guy at some point, bro.
Not yet, though. He hasn't even proven himself yet. Like, let him,
And the Saints pressure gets him.
Okay,
let him
but
sit
if you
there and
knew
think
that he
he's
was
not
worth,
good.
he knows he's good, Cody. That's the problem. He knew he was good.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I thought I read that the
Fuck
Patriots
that.
are offering like $16.5 million or something, and he turned it down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he was not gonna sit there and think like I suck and I'm just don't deserve any money.
Yeah.
You know, that dude knew he was good, and when I watched him play, I was like, this. I don't know why they let this shit happen, but Shanahan is good with that stuff. I feel like he's. I feel like this year is gonna be good for Frisco.
I'm so
I
excited
think
to
we're
see
gonna win the
McKinnon.
division. I think the Eagles are gonna win the division. I think the Vikings are gonna win the division.
Oh my
I think the
god.
wild card teams are gonna be Frisco, Green Bay. No, Green Bay might win that division actually. No, I'm gonna go wild card Frisco and Green Bay. Those are my locks for right now, but I don't know what's gonna happen because people got hurt last year. That's what happened.
That's true.
So you can't even really predict what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
A-Rod and Watt and all these guys get hurt.
That's true.
No point, but Green Bay still scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, that's another
I
thing
feel like
too. Injuries.
they have the best player in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, you never know, like with injuries, what's gonna happen.
You guys see that video of Clay Matthews taking that line drive to the face, though?
I did, yeah. That was fucked up.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Awesome.
It wasn't awesome, Brady. It was fucked up.
He's a Packers hater.
Of course he is.
That's just funny. No, but like Alex Smith could take the Skins to the fucking playoffs.
Not in that division, though.
He maybe.
Wild card.
Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pick
Because if you go to the NFC, so like, let's say the Rams, Vikings, Eagles, and Falcons. Let's say, ideally, all four of our teams win their division, right? Who has the harder division out of those four teams? I think ours is the easiest. The NFC South is a beast.
Yeah, NFC South is crazy.
Because you have the Saints, who are retarded, the Falcons, you have the Panthers, and you have Tampa. And I'm just waiting for Tampa to be good for some reason. I don't know why, but I may be wrong about that. So I think that's better than the NFC North. I don't think the Bears are anywhere close to ready yet.
Yeah.
I don't think the Giants are really going to contend like that. I would go for wild card, Saints or Falcons.
Yeah.
Whichever one doesn't win it, and then I would go either Frisco or Green Bay.
Yeah.
So who else is left?
Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. No
Um, you have
Cameron Jordan.
in the NFC,
He's in
you
there
have the
for his
Panthers.
4th sack of the
Yep.
afternoon. How does
You
the Saints
have
offense now as they
who
get
else?
ready
Who
to
else?
take over here? It's a
Yeah,
quick
Panthers,
turnaround for them
Tampa,
after the
Seattle,
turnover, but the way they moved it on their
Arizona.
last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
Yeah,
You know me,
I don't
you know my
think any of
tendencies in
those
this
are
situation.
close.
What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot
I don't
right
think
now.
Arizona or Seattle's close. I think the Giants may be close.
Yeah,
Now a handoff.
that's
Here's
wishful too
Kamara.
because they played
And
so
running
bad
room
last year.
scarce here.
Yeah, they
He's gonna be
did.
stopped in his tracks at the line
Yeah,
of
they played
scrimmage.
horrible. I don't know why.
Gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But it was stopped
Yeah,
on that
But
play.
it's
you
not
never
for me
know
to
when
figure out.
Elo's gonna get hot.
And the defense is going to win one, but I don't
If
think
he
they'll
still has it in him.
to him the rest of the game.
The best way is to go the best teams in each conference, right? So Minnesota, Atlanta, St. Louis. I'm sorry, LA. God,
LA
I always do that.
and the Eagles,
Eagles. Eagles probably number 1, but still.
and then I would go Saints.
Mhm.
That's 5, and then one more. Would you go Packers or would you go?
I go Packers over Frisco.
Oh, I don't know if I would.
Get this one down to about
I
the
would.
17.
So we'll just flip a coin on that.
Yeah.
And then AFC, you would go New England,
What happens sometimes when you abandon
obviously.
the running game? It's hard to get
Shit,
And
maybe, bro.
like AFC is just a mess, dude. Like
I think New England
It
may
could
fall
be
off.
it could be KC, it could be Denver, it could be. I mean, just start with the AFC West.
The AFC West.
It could be
I think
anybody.
it's
Yeah, it could be anybody.
out of that. I think it's LA. I think LA is the,
Good call. Good call. Good call.
because they just
Yeah.
they've been established. The rest
I
of
didn't
those
even think
teams
about
are going
that.
through. All the other teams on that list are going through either a new head coach or a new quarterback.
So Jacksonville is probably are they the AFC favorite?
No, hell no. The AFC favorite, like for all the whole
Yeah.
AFC?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. I
Did
think
you watch the playoffs?
I did watch the playoffs.
How? I think they could be.
Yeah, they could be. They could be. Yeah, that's tough.
Good, bro.
You still got the Steelers.
Good point. Good call. I'm done with Cincy. I'm done with Cincy. Bro.
Yeah,
They gotta fire their coach. Period.
yeah. Oh, I'm interested
Never
to
know
see
the
what yeah. I'm interested to see how many wins they get this year. I want to watch that the
Cincy.
Browns.
Yeah.
I want to watch that Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I think with a healthy Deshaun, fucking Texans can make it. In that defense,
I did too, bro. I did too. I thought I was in the minority with that.
yeah, I think they can
With
make it
JJ
too.
Watt, bro, JJ Watt is a game changer.
Yeah, he can stay healthy. That's the only thing. He's had so many injuries at this point. It's like, can he stay healthy?
I'm gonna go Jacksonville.
Ron, you know what sucks on this game? Wheel routes, bro.
What's up?
You can't read a wheel route. Yo, who the fuck is that? God, that dude just coming off the edge every play. You can't read it. You can't even.
Are you talking about switch or like a halfback wheel?
Halfback wheel.
Yeah.
Halfback wheel, and I mean switch too. You can't read it, and those. Well, that's because those take too long. But the halfback wheels, you definitely can't read. Those things, like, you think they're open, you throw it, and it's a pick six. Like, what the fuck?
Man, I've been trying to get the using the middle linebacker down. I don't know. I think I'm doing okay with playing the assignment for the most part.
Yeah, did well that game. Usering wise. I was trying to lab all the different mesh that I just added.
I'm just trying to get practice with using the linebacker because if you can get that down, you can get a little better chance taking away some of that stuff across the middle.
For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon
Yeah.
You can lab with Cody. That's a good lab anyway,
on EA
honestly.
Sports. For more,
Yeah.
log on to easports.com.
Hmm.
With that, we say
I would try to
so
lab
long
with
from
like the
Southern
better people
California.
who are trying to scheme something just schematically, because it's gonna get to a point like even um versus TB when I lost, um schematically I lost because there were blind spots that I haven't seen. Like I got ran by in coverages that I didn't know could get ran by. So you want to play against people that are actually trying to scheme, and if you don't, you know, there's going to be certain things that certain looks that you don't see, and certain things that you don't see. But
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey guys, I
I'm not
suppose
going
I'm
to say
gonna
a lot
bounce
of that
out of
was
here.
bullshit. I'm going to say that, you know, that was one of those things to where I didn't know the speed disparity was that big on all
I'll
Madden.
catch you guys later.
Oh, you're
All
saying
right,
like,
Brady.
all right, later, bro. You're saying where like people can run by you like
Yeah.
that. And that what's funny is even he ran by. I think he ran by me in cover 4. He ran by Trufant in cover 4, and
Yeah.
Trufant is my best corner, and he ran past him. I was like, what the fuck?
Right. So that's hard to like scheme against. Like
That
my
was
guy
just
is
us.
already in off
Yeah,
coverage. So
yeah. He was off cover 4 and got ran by. I was like, damn, bro, it's fucked up. Yeah, I hope they. One thing that they have to improve is the safety play, bro. The safety play is just god awful.
terrible.
Like, you don't have to make a fucking interception, but just be there to disrupt the
Yeah.
play or something. Like, what are you doing?
We'll just be there to like, even if you don't disrupt it, just be there to acknowledge that the pass, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
acknowledge the pass is thrown. And like, you know, in certain situations, like I left Harrison Smith in bad situations a lot because
It's Harrison
I
Smith.
invested in him being 96 zone and 98 play rec. So
Yeah,
like,
same with me with fucking what's his nuts? I have him in 99 zone and 99 play rec. Like I expect him to make plays. What are you doing?
and then my D line is stupid good, so I'm like, so if you just outrun a cover 2, like this dude is little Randy Moss, and that's cool, but I don't think that's not something I can really game prep for. Like the only thing I could have done is literally bag my corners off to 15 yards, and then you can argue
They'll
that's
throw
more
the out.
unrealistic than,
Yeah, and he's gonna just throw the
you know what
out
I'm
route.
saying? Then he's gonna throw that out. So it's like your progression is just so gameish. I don't even care. I'm done
Yeah,
with it.
out, out to streak to scramble.
Out streak to scramble.
Yo, this dude Derwin James is fucking nice.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, 89 speed, 90 hit power, 91 acceleration. He's on the
I'm excited,
Chargers.
bro.
The Chargers are gonna be nice, man. I think they have no excuses. With that group of corners they have no excuses, bro. Like they
I'm
drafted
gonna
that
tell
dude
you.
from Bama too. That quick cornerback.
You want to know what's so funny is like, you're talking
Tony
about Tony
Brown.
Brown?
Yeah, 90,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, what would be so funny is if they banned XP past the second season.
That'd be dope.
The first or second season, you have a chance to earn awareness, maybe some intellect, like play rec. But what you draft is what you get. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you, so that will cause people to move up or do something crazy because you really don't get, like you said, you don't get better after. You said you don't get better initially, but give
Like
them a year or two.
you get better. You
I
do
no,
develop,
but
but like
Cody,
after,
that's 100%
yeah,
facts though. What you said was true in real life.
yeah, yeah,
People that have not been around NFL players don't realize that you really don't get much better once you go to the NFL.
yeah,
Okay, you're gonna get some technique and some awareness and this and that, but what you see is what you get. So
Yeah.
that's why people trade up to the first pick for the next 3 picks to get a special player. What you said is true. So I would love for them to be like, you can only upgrade players for the first year or two, and then just jack it up, price wise after that. But you're right. That's real life.
Yeah. It's just wild.
You're really just paying for awareness and confidence. That's it.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, dude, looking at these rosters is crazy. Like, there's be a lot of good teams this year. If everyone, like, it's always the injury bug that catches these teams though. Like, some of the, like, even the Eagles. Like, if the injury bug caught the Eagles, like, never know, they could fall off. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's to say that
But
they
it
even
did.
make the
It
playoffs?
did.
No, yeah, I mean, they got the quarterback, but that didn't really affect them too much,
Yeah, but the O
which
line
is
even fell
wild.
off before that.
True,
So
true.
that's why like drafting a good team is so important because, you know, like who saved them at left tackle, Cody? Hal Vitae, the the kingpin of our video back in the day.
Oh shit, really?
Guys, seriously, bro. And I was like, that's like an awareness thing, but it was confidence too. He finally got some reps, and maybe he wasn't that bad. I don't know,
Yeah.
but
Uh-huh. That
you're
makes
not gonna
sense.
go from, you know, a guy that comes in with you're a speedster and then you become 99 route running. Like,
Yeah.
it don't work
Oh,
like that.
here it is. It's Matt Breda from Georgia Southern. He's the backup at in San Fran right now, behind McKinnon. They're both from Georgia Southern.
Oh yeah,
That fool. It's funny too, because he's like identical almost in attributes, anyways.
sheesh.
Shit, they got Jeremy McNichols too from Boise State. He was nice in college.
Yeah, he went to Miami and they cut him.
Shit,
No, it's Tampa. He was on Hard Knocks. It's Tampa.
Joe Williams.
Like, he tore Colorado up, bruh. Joe Williams.
Yeah, all these
I
backs
think it's gonna be
are
Joe
nice.
Williams and McKinney.
McKinnon. Yeah,
McKinnon. Yeah.
yeah. I wish they did Hard Knocks at San Fran. That shit would have been dope.
Hey, watch that. Chris Sims has a podcast, and he's best friends with Shanahan.
Yeah.
They went to Texas together, and they always talk about this guy. He's like a genius. He does this. You need to watch that. It's pretty good.
All right. Yeah, I'll check that out.
All right, bro. I'm out.
All right, bro. Take it easy.
All right.
Later.